What's up, guys? I haven't been on YouTube in a while. This is a little update video. I, wanted to kind of watch the rest of the playoffs once the Heat got eliminated, kind of in peace. I mean, there was no point of me making another video. I think I promised that I would make a video right after the NBA Finals. So, yeah, we are in what is today? June the 11th, the 11th of June, however you want me to say it. So the NBA Finals was depressing. I actually had Boston and Houston making it, but they didn't. So we got to see a Golden State versus Cleveland Cavaliers around 20,000. As we all expected, Cleveland got destroyed. I told my cousins and friends, I was like, man, they're gonna get swept. This is the worst Cleveland Cavalier team that was ever been in the final. This is worse than 2007, I think, because they're just absolutely no one that can give you 20 points on that team. Kevin Love is a fucking joke. And I was laughing when they first got Kevin Love and LeBron returned back to Cleveland. They first got Kevin Love. I was laughing my ass off when they said he would be better than Chris Bosh. I'm like, nah. The guy, for one thing, he would have to sacrifice his stats and offensive games just so he could play around LeBron. And at least when Bosh did that, he still can play defense. Kevin Love can play defense, guys. And he's an inconsistent shooter. So there you go with him. Yeah, he was a complete joke the whole Cleveland run with LeBron James. He didn't do anything for that team at all. Even when they won the championship, it was J.R. Smith, LeBron James. What did I just say? It was LeBron James, Tristan Thompson, Kyrie Irving, of course, and Richard Jefferson. They were the main four that helped Cleveland win their first ring. J.R. Smith and Kevin Love didn't do shit. So, yeah, those two bums didn't do anything. Don't even get me started about J.R. Smith. Obviously, you don't have a guy like that at the end of the game in game one. You never have a guy like that at the end of the game in clutch moments, because obviously he has a low IQ. He's just not a smart player. I don't give a fuck that he's a quote-unquote better defender than Kyle Korver. You don't have a guy like that at the end of the fucking game like that. You just don't, because he's bound to make dumb mistakes like that. It's not even surprising that he made a mistake like that. I mean, my God. Do I think LeBron James is gone? Yes. What do I think LeBron James will do this summer? This is complicated. Now, obviously, the last time he left Cleveland, he came to my team, the Miami Heat. We all remember that, Heat fans. Big three thing, celebration, all that good shit. But this time around, everyone's talking about he's going to LA, he's going to fucking Houston, he's going to Philly, he may end up in fucking Boston. I mean, like, is really, guys? Are you fucking serious? For one thing, he's not going west. I don't believe he's going west. And another person, you think Boston was a fucking outrageous statement to make? People had him going to Golden State. It's like, are you fucking serious, guys? If anything, man, and I'm not saying this because I'm a Heat fan, then again, I'm saying this because I'm a Heat fan. If anything, man, if LeBron James was to really leave Cleveland, which I think he will this summer or next month, whatever, he's going to go back to Miami, guys. Now, hear me out. This is why I think he's coming back to Miami. I'm not for sure, but I think I have an idea that he's coming back to Miami. Remember, guys, I said I'm not for sure. I'm not saying he is, but I think he may end up in Miami. Why? I think for number one reasons, I think him and Pat Riley made up, even though it wasn't even, Pat Riley didn't even do what Dan Gilbert did anyway. So, it doesn't matter, because him and Pat Riley made up anyway. He's already apologized for that. Same thing to Dwayne Wade. Number two, I think if he was to go to any other team, let's say if he was to go to Houston, he's a mercenary. Let's say he goes to LA. Why would you go to LA? I mean, the Lakers are not good as the Heat. Come on, guys. The Lakers didn't even make the playoffs last year. What else? Houston, like I said, it'd be mercenary. Boston, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Golden State Warriors, why would they just blow up the court just to get LeBron James, a guy they beat every year? That doesn't make sense. Philly, it wouldn't work. I mean, come on, him and Ben Simmons are literally the same fucking player. Do I have to really explain more? I mean, it wouldn't work at all. It would just screw up the development. You already have that King Colangelo thing going out there. You know, they just fired him or whatever. It's a lot of bullshit going out there in Philly. So I don't think he wants to get into that. It's just perfect. You know, his family's familiar with Miami. He's familiar with the system out here. He's familiar with everything, guys. There's nothing, you know, it just makes perfect sense. But this is the kicker, guys. When Dwayne Wade got sent back to Miami or traded back to Miami, I think they already knew. I think that. I think Dwayne Wade and LeBron James knew that Cleveland was gonna lose, either in the finals or early in the playoffs. And Dwayne Wade knew that, so he's like, you know, you might as well just get me traded back to Miami. And I think that's what really happened. And I think LeBron probably said, "Don't worry, I will be back to Miami next year." And I think it's true, guys. I think Pat Riley, LeBron James, I think something's brewing, guys, out there. And I think South Beach is prepared to sign LeBron James. I think you guys like Tyler Johnson and James Johnson will be gone. You know, those big contracts. Hell, even Kelly Olynyk, I think he will be gone. You got to make some cap space for LeBron James. Maybe I think Hassan Whiteside is still on thin ice right now, so you just have to keep your head out for that type of movement. But like I said, let me get to my kicker. Not only do I think LeBron James is coming back to Miami, I didn't say, but I said I think he's going to bring along Chris Paul and Carmelo Anthony. Think about it. Chris Paul's a free agent. Carmelo Anthony can opt out of his contract, his $26 million contract. I think this time around, Melo's they're going to persuade him to opt out. Because originally, Melo was supposed to come to Miami back in 2010. It wasn't supposed to be Bosh, even though it worked out being better with Bosh. It was supposed to be Melo, LeBron, and Wade. But Melo wanted to stay in Denver for the extra money. But I think this time around, Melo's going to opt out. He does not want to play with Russell Westbrook anymore. I don't think he ever did. I think he's going to opt out. I think Chris Paul, Houston probably will not be able to give Chris Paul his max. So I think Chris Paul may end up leaving. I think there's going to be a big dispute. Chris Paul, you got to watch out for Chris Paul this summer, guys. Chris Paul and the Houston Rockets are going to be back and forth, I think. Chris Paul's going to want his contract. I don't think Houston's going to give it to him. You forgot, they got to max out a guy like Clint Capella. You know, they got a lot of it's a lot of shit that they have to do, guys. You got James Harden with that big mega contract out there. It's just, I don't even think Chris Paul may return. I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Paul don't end up in Houston and he follows LeBron James to Miami. Like I just said, Carmelo will be the last piece to fall. And you'll have your banana boat crew out there in Miami. Dwayne Wade resigns for 1 more year. You have your banana boat crew. Now, I'm not saying that would be the Golden State. I'm not saying that. But if you're able to keep a guy like Josh Richardson, possibly keep Hassan Whiteside, and who else? Maybe keep Winslow. You keep a Bam Adebayo. You put those around the banana boat crew or whatever. Call them Fantastic Four. Doesn't matter. You keep them around those guys, you got a chance. I'm not saying we're getting out the East, but you got a chance. It's better than the team it was last year, especially with Chris Paul and LeBron James additions. So, do I sound crazy? I'm sure I do sound crazy, but it's not far-fetched. It's a thought. You never know, guys. Pat Riley's a mastermind when it comes to stuff like this. He has Dwayne Wade back. Dwayne Wade can easily lure LeBron James back to Miami. It's the perfect situation. People will not ridicule him for championship chasing because he's back in Miami. You can't really ridicule him. Is it an older team? Yes. Will this even work out if it was to happen? Like I said, it's a possibility. You never know. But you always keep your eyes out for stuff like that, guys. This free agency should be very interesting. Pat Riley said it would be nice to keep the same team, but he would not keep the same team. I think when you connect all these things together, and I sound like some type of you know, what do you call those people? The theorist people, whatever. I sound like that, but you know, you never know, guys. That's my theory, though. I think I think LeBron James is more. It's a more percentage that LeBron James will come to Miami than he'll go anywhere else. I mean, really, people got him going to Boston or Golden State. Like, really, are you fucking serious? He's not gonna. Why would Boston even sign LeBron James when they have a plethora of small forwards? It doesn't make sense. Why would Golden State sign a guy they just beat? It doesn't make. I mean, I understand they did Kevin Durant like that, but they lost in the finals. They just beat this guy in the finals. Okay, why would you sign? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So, and plus, Golden State would have to give up Klay Thompson and Draymond Green just to sign LeBron. And Klay Thompson and Draymond Green are a part of the main core. So that doesn't make sense at all for that to happen. I literally only see LeBron James. Houston won't have enough money to sign LeBron James. I really don't believe so. They won't have enough money to sign LeBron James. No one wants their Ryan Anderson contract. James Harden has a huge contract. Chris Paul is going to want a big max contract. Clint Capella is going to want a big. It's going to be too much, and I don't think they're going to have enough money to sign him. Philly, they could sign him, obviously, but I don't think it's going to happen. LA, why would you go to a team that's not proven to be a winner right now? Of course, you can get a Paul George or whatever, but is Paul George really going to be enough? I'm not saying Carmelo Anthony, old Carmelo Anthony, or Dwayne Wade and Chris Paul will be enough, but hey, at least you're more at home. You know, and then you think about the family aspect of it all. They're familiar. I mean, they're familiar with LA. LeBron has a house out there in LA, but they've been in Miami longer. They're more familiar with Miami. It just makes the most amount of sense. You know, I'm just saying. So, you know, whatever, guys. You tell me what you think. I shall be coming up with more videos with the weeks to come. The closer we get to free agency, the more videos I will have. Just keep your eyes out for it. He Life for 305 out. Let's get it.